They are though.
No, it's because I've only had low mana cards actually die this turn. Okay. Lone's getting me beer. Things will improve.
Yeah.
I don't want to get my flame spawn out. My light spawn out because he's gonna die. I thought I had 2 in this deck, but I only seem to come across the 1 whenever I'm playing. Terrible the 2. Take that! From above! Oh shit. Thank you, Lone. Okay, let's try again. I might have to let me just check my deck actually. I'm sure I've got 2 light spawns in there. No, I think it's a basic card, so I will have more than 1. Oh. Yeah, I've got 2 in here. You eating cookies? No, I don't want a cookie. No, I don't eat on stream because I'm not gross like that. Just you that does. Yeah, you do. You had a go at all of us and then you had your dinner on stream.
Anduin versus
I didn't, it's a lie.
I was about to say something. I was about to say I've literally been told that I can't eat while I'm doing.
No, we're not allowed to. We're not allowed to because it is bad. It's just bad manners, isn't it? Eating while you're trying to present something.
I know.
And Lone did it on stream once, and Dime caught him and bollocked him for it. So you should feel better. Because he'd had a word with Dime actually about eating popcorn on stream, like just a few days earlier, and then Dime was like, "Are you eating?" Oh my god! And it just all kicked off. It was great. Dime proper handed it to him.
Oh dear. But no, I totally understand how people might not actually want to listen to you chewing down the mic, so...
No, I know it does my head in. I've been on the phone with people before while they're eating, and it was like, you know what? If I'm not that important, just hang up and phone me back. It really winds me up. Oh, I had an ex who used to chew with his mouth open, and he used to do it while he was on the phone, so I'd be talking to him and all I can hear is... So annoying. So embarrassing. I'm gonna moan about it.
No, Annoyatron!
I know, I do love my Annoyatron.
He's so cute though. It's like literally, Annoyatron was made to be annoying, but I've yet to meet a single person who doesn't like that card.
Actually, I've got Resurrect. He might come back. The only time I find Annoyatron annoying is when Lone has it on his phone, but he has it at an absurdly loud volume. It's just unnecessarily loud. And it makes me jump every time.
I will rain destruction upon you from above.
From above?
My ultimate
From above, Nefarian?
sister. Rise, Onyxia.
Let me guess, Nefarian, from above?
Behold, as I spit fire from above. One damage is just the beginning.
Not from above.
Is someone injured?
No, not Annoyatron. A little bit gutted now.
So in other news not related to Hearthstone or eating, this ukulele game. Excited?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, Lone's backed it on our behalf, so we've got a Steam key for it. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I'd heard rumours about it before the Rezzed panel, but then when I saw it on the schedule, I instantly sort of claimed that, and then I remember watching it, getting really, sort of loving this panel, and getting all these notes and thinking, I'm so excited about this, and then talking in the staff chat about how excited I was, and Lone and Dime were like, what? But did you see something in this panel that we didn't, because we're not that excited? And I was thinking, how can you not be excited?
Yeah, I never actually played Banjo-Kazooie. We had an N64 at my dad's place, but yeah, we never actually played it. It's actually really exciting because I do like the look of it. The real station fight would be who's going to stream it.
Yeah, I'll tell you this about Banjo-Kazooie. I remember seeing the adverts for Banjo-Kazooie coming out in my Beano comic when I was a kid,
Right away.
and I really wanted this game. I really wanted this game, even before we had an N64. And then we had an N64. I really wanted it, but me and my brother have sort of been brought up learning that if we asked for something, we probably wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
Because
What,
you
did
know,
you see, I never understood that. My grandma used to use that. She used to say, "Those who ask don't get," and then I was like, "Well, how do you know what I want then?" And, yeah, sorry, carry on.
But yeah, so literally sort of like wind forward to when I was about 11 or 12. The N64 obviously at this point is obsolete and not being sold in game stores anymore. And we happened to find this little sort of second-hand game store in Llandudno.
Oh, nice.
I mean, God knows where it is now. I think it's gone out of business. But they were selling an unboxed copy of Banjo-Kazooie for £8, and I remember at this point, because I had a bit of pocket money, but I didn't have any on me. I begged my father for the £8 to literally buy it. So I got the £8 for the Banjo-Kazooie game, and then the next day, when Dad had come over for a visit in our house, I came downstairs with the money, gave it to him, and playing Banjo-Kazooie, literally, I loved playing this game, but I never managed to complete it. And I also remember it was the only game I've ever played that whenever you sort of saved it and turned it off, it played the sort of game over thing animation, like almost as if you lost. So I was like, what?
Oh, that's not fun. That's a panic moment right there.
Yes, exactly. Because I had no idea what was going on. It's the only game I've ever played that has that happen. But despite the fact that I never finished that game, despite the fact that at times it frustrated the living daylights out of me, almost swore didn't.
You can.
I loved it, and I wanted. And I wanted to play Banjo-Tooie, never got a chance to, and then obviously hearing. Even before I sort of became a proper gamer, I heard all the rumours about the Banjo 3 and the fact that it never come out, and nuts and bolts and all this sort of thing. And then I've just found out more about it since becoming a journalist, and like literally I sort of sympathise. I understand the desire for a third entry to that series because it was so good.
Yeah.
It was so unique, and nothing else like it had come along until Ukulele.
Well, I think I know who's getting my vote to stream it.
What?
My work is paramount.
Oh, Dime's
What's going on?
Yeah, but he only does a quick look if it's on Steam, doesn't he? Apart from Grow Home, where we actually completed it, yes.
But yeah, literally the fact that Ukulele got funded in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And has already made £1 million, despite having been up for about a day. It just tells you how much people wanted this Banjo 3. And Microsoft, as I said in the article, they must be kicking themselves right now, because if they had taken the chance to capitalise and make a third proper Banjo-Kazooie game, that money could have been theirs. But they didn't. They did nothing with it.
Yeah.
And now.
Yeah, they must be kicking themselves.
And now Platonic Games have banked on the nostalgia, and they have come out on top, and it is absolutely amazing, and I love it. Okay, passing over. Let's go back to Hearthstone.
Yeah, I think she is excited. Yeah, Lone's going to link her article in chat now, so that those who maybe didn't know about this before today can have a good look and find out what we're chatting about. And what I never really liked the look of Banjo-Kazooie. It just wasn't the sort of game I was into. But now that I've seen Ukulele, I actually really want to play it. Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always been that sort of I've always liked sort of slightly more. Well, I guess you could call it kiddie games in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of like games like that aren't
They're not.
well
yeah,
in a way
not-
complicated because
Yeah, they're pleasant to look at as well, aren't they?
yeah. Because I remember somebody describing why they prefer sort of like child-friendly stuff over adult things, saying basically in so much adult media nowadays, what the main point of it seems to be is everybody hates each other and they're always trying to get one up on each other
Yeah.
and just basically screw each other over. Whereas in kids media, it's just not like that. It's pleasant.
Yeah.
As long as they're not sort of talking down to the kids, obviously. I don't know. It's,
Yeah, see, I grew up with Roald Dahl,
I've
so people were naughty, and I always preferred that that kind of game where the kids were dead naughty, the adults were rubbish, and yeah, I really like that. But at that time, actually, when we had the N64, I was interested. I was playing Silent Hill on PlayStation, even though I wasn't old enough to play. So yeah, might be why I wasn't playing that.
But yeah, I just remember somebody saying that this is why they preferred kid-friendly media, and I thought that's actually a really good way of looking at it.
Yeah, it
you know,
is
you know, like maybe it's not like all you ever consume as an adult, but you shouldn't be ashamed of liking kids-friendly media because sometimes you just want to watch something that is just really just good-natured and nice.
Yeah, I just made it
As silly as that sounds.
Ugh.
So am I?
Mind vision when an opponent has no cards. Yeah.
Am I being distracting? Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just because I'm kind of like gotten to the point where I'm bored of this now. It's not you at all. No, I'm just annoyed. I was so close last time, and I know full well it's going to be a few more goes before I get that close again. Just one of those frustrating things. No, it's nice hearing you talk about it actually, because like I say, I was never really interested in Banjo-Kazooie, so it's nice hearing from somebody who is interested.
Right.
1.1 million now. Wow.
Oh, 1.1 million. That means that we get the N64 shader option, as well as the new GK rap and video.
Oh, just just for ultimate nostalgia.
Yeah.
Have they added more
literally
stretch goals? What with the like
Yeah,
the donations
there's-
being so much more than they expected.
Yeah, there were two stretch goals. The 1.1 million, which has just been met, as I said, N64 shader option, as well as a sort of GK rap and video credits thing done by Grant Kirkhope, who did the music for Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo
Right.
2, and is doing it again for ukulele.
Oh, cool.
In much the same vein, and it sounds absolutely amazing.
Yeah. it
And
does.
I would like I haven't sort of backed it all the way up to the soundtrack, but I don't know how much you and I'm have thrown into it, so maybe one of us got the soundtrack. If not, I guess we can try and get them on the indie game show and see if we can get it off. See if we can beg
Yeah,
it off
that's a
them, I don't know.
possibility. I know me alone, our money situation's not fab at the moment, so we haven't pledged too much money. But yeah, I don't know about Dime. He gets a little crazy with this sort of thing, but yeah, I mean, one of us should probably get it out of them, even if we just message them and say, "Can we have your songs, please?"
My work is
Yeah, I've kind of backed it up to the £20 point because I wanted.
Yeah, we're about that, yeah.
Yeah, because what it was, I backed it in the first hour because if you remember, my previous experience with it had been me getting really excited at the panel and Dime and Lone not really understanding it, not really seeming to get it. So I thought, I might be the only one backing it. So I'll back it to the 20 points, and then I'll get the pre-release sort of toy box release thing. 'Cause that way, if I'm the only one who backs it, then I can sort of do a first look thing for the station.
Ooh, that's
And
nice
then,
idea.
then it seems that the rest of you were as excited as I was.
Oh, Lone says they've added a 1.2 million stretch goal now. What is it, Lone?
Yeah, the 1.2 stretch goal. That's in my article.
Oh, right.
What was it?
Walkthrough and commentary video. Very cool.
Oh yes, the video series.
Say again, sorry? What did you say? Sorry, the cyborg. I had Lone whispering behind me. I couldn't catch both of you. What did you say?
No. I said, oh, the video series. Don't worry, it wasn't anything important.
Oh.
No worries.
Yes, 2 slug vultures.
Oh, very nice.
Resurrect comes in handy when I've only had 1 minion to put. Yeah, I'll hold them up for a little while. I say that. I was hoping to use that. That is not gonna happen. Well, the Dragon Breath is now free, but it's not my go. Can't use Dragon Breath.
In the light's name.
You know when you get sort of like really passionate about something, and you've been so passionate about it, you've sort of run out of breath.
Yeah. Oh yeah, gotcha.
I think I've got to that point now with all my sort of. I've literally got to that point now with the me talking about ukulele and Banjo-Kazooie and what it actually sort of means as far as I see it.
Yeah. No, Lona's actually dragged me away from shoe shop windows for standing there going, "Hello, ladies, aren't you beautiful today?" and talking to the shoes. He's actually had to remove me from the area. He did buy me shoes yesterday. He backed. Can I tell him? He backed True Believers. It's not on Kickstarter this year, but he bought the expensive ticket so that I could get a pair of Harley Quinn shoes. And
I know.
I'm very
I
happy
remember
about
seeing that
that. Oh shit!
It's nice.
It is very nice. I'm very happy.
But yeah, I've actually sort of I don't know if anybody else does this, but I kind of have this habit of when I'm like passing charity shops and stuff, and I see like teddy bears and stuff, I will sometimes sort of start talking to them like under my breath, so nobody's watching.
No, I do that to robins and kitties, and I do it to shoes. But I don't do it under my breath. I say it so that everyone around me can hear it.
I definitely talk to cats. Oh yeah, I finally found my card reader, so I can put together the I-54 vlog at long last, because I can finally get everything off my my video card. But there is literally one part of my vlog where I meet a friendly neighbourhood kitty, and I sort of vlog me petting it, and then when it's had enough, he sort of walks off, and you can hear me sort of going, "Is that a kitty? Is that a kitty? Have you had enough? Are you on your way to your appointments now? Are we done here?" And the cat just continues walking off. I just go, "All right then, see ya."
Yeah, I talk to my kitty as well. Normally because he talks back. He meows back at me when I talk to him. He really likes being spoken to. Would Resurrect work after the variant comes back and kills everything? Yes, Lone, I just need to get to that point. And have... In case you haven't noticed, the RNG hates me, so I don't have Resurrect in my hand at that point.
But yeah, I mean, I used to speak to my cat, and in the absence now of having a cat of our own in the house, I've begun speaking to the neighbourhood cats.
Are you sure he was on his way down? He looks half asleep. Did he hear me talking about him? He looks very sleepy. Lone's just brought the cat down now. Hey, Puddin'. Aww.
Hello, DJ Harry Cat.
He's just looking at me like, where am I? What's this? Who's there? He looks like he was asleep.
He's come to be your mascot.
No, he's come to scream at my feet.
Wish you luck in a gingery way.
Yes, as much as someone with no soul can.
Yeah. But yeah, literally, in the absence of having a cat of our own here, I talk to our dog and the neighbourhood cats.
Oh, dogs love being spoken to as well. They really react to it. I know my mum's dog does. He like keeps tilting his head, going, "Really? Am I? Really?" Gets really excited.
I think so. I'm the one person in this house that Tumble doesn't really get extremely excited about, probably because I'm the one who does his feeding the least often.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah, they are fickle like that.
I'll talk to him and I'll rub him and ruffle his ears and just sort of play with him and sort of like be rough with him as well because he likes that. Because he's a big hairy lump. He's got a very hard head. But yeah, I'll talk to the neighbourhood cats as well. There's a little black and white Tom kitten called Bobby.
Oh.
And I know he's called Bobby because he's got a collar on with a tag. And the first time I met him, he sort of just came up to me mewing, let me pet him, and then just sort of. I said, okay, I was like, oh, you've got a collar on, what's your name? He just kind of sat down there and he let me read his tag.
We had a sort of stray cat wandering around my mum's house, like in the yard, and we didn't recognise it, so we thought maybe it was a bit lost. So we went out and read the tag, and I was too busy crying to tell my mum what it was called. On this tiny little tag, somebody had managed to fit in the words Mr. Bigglesworth. I didn't understand it at the time. I know now what it means, but at the time I was too busy laughing my arse off that they could fit all of that onto the tiny little circle tags. Turned out he wasn't lost anyway. The neighbour had just got a new cat, and they'd got it a bit older. But yeah, my mum was like, "What's wrong? What's this called? What's he called?" And I was just too busy crying. I'm not doing very good at this.
That's amazing.
So I don't know if I'll be able to make it to the class challenges today. Would you be ready to start streaming at, say, past, or is that too soon?
Yeah, I can start streaming at past. I mean, we'll be going to cities unless everybody wants to see me struggling with the Major Domo with Hearthstone or something. But then they've already seen you fighting the Major Domo, so I don't think they want to see it again.
I think
unless they do, I don't know.
Like, I think City Skylines would be nice. I want to see more of that, I haven't really played it yet. I've seen Lone playing it, but I haven't really paid much attention. Yeah, Crimson Shade, I am really struggling with this one again, considering the earlier ones were so, well, I'm not going to say simple, but they were easier.
they weren't so complicated to keep track of.
Yeah. So is it alright if I kind of quit the stream at past and you take over? Is that alright? Obviously we'll have to stop the stream and start it again, but would that be okay with you?
Yeah, I guess XSplit booting up and the configuration should have saved from last time, so I'm not gonna have to re-put in like the various screens and stuff.
Oh, fab. Cool,
and even if it hasn't saved, my key bindings will still be in one piece, which is good.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but okay.
Key bindings, literally you can sort of set it so a certain combination of buttons, when pressed, you can sort of switch from one screen to another without having to pull up the XSplit window.
No, I mean, I know what key bindings are, I just didn't know how it related to XSplit. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, I was taught how to do that by our friend Echeb a while back, which was very nice of him because at that point I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. Yep. The configuration is set up. Let me just boot up Titties, and we'll throw us back into Streamtopia, and I will fix some bridges.
Did you say you're booting up titties?
No, cities.
Oh, Lone heard it as well. He whispered behind me. I wasn't going to say anything. I thought it was just me having a dirty mind. Sorry. No, I'm I understand.
There's too many titties on the internet already, dear.
I'm just one of them.
I don't need to add to the amount on this this fine interwebs.
Yeah, we don't do that sort of stream. It may improve the viewing figures, but we have more to us than that.
Right, let's literally just remind me I need to do the stream promo if I'm going online sooner. I shall get that sorted out.
light shall bring victory.
My cat looks like Pikachu.
My
Have I told you about this?
creation.
Yeah, did I tell you about the neighbour whose car leaks oil? The cat likes to sit under it, and somehow he's managed to turn 2 of his ears black now at the tips, and he looks like Pikachu. I wish I knew which neighbour it was.
Harry
I tell
Cat
them
is
to stop.
Pikachu.
I tell them to fix the oil leaks. I'm sick of the cat coming in and leaking oil everywhere, and rubbing oil in my face and on the bed.
Sick of the cat leaking oil everywhere.
Oh, he does though. He comes in, the first thing he does in the morning is give like he's really sweet. He gives good morning kisses. You know where they like head boop you.
Yeah.
That's what he does in the morning when he sees me after he's had his breakfast, and I'm just covered in oil. And then he goes and rolls around on the bed to cover himself in oil. So that bit's fun. But yeah, it's fading now. It's like slowly coming off as he cleans himself. But because it's just the tips of his ears, he looks like Pikachu. I swear to God, he'll come in and it'll be his tail next.
Power flows through me.
Harry's Peekaboo.
Yeah, I wish I knew which neighbour's car it was, because he only sits under there when it's raining. Like, obviously, when he goes out, because he likes to go out at 3 in the morning, so half the time he gets kicked out before we go to bed. But yeah, he always comes back if it's been raining with oily ears. But he's managed to get both of them pretty much symmetrical. You got a fashion, haven't you, Kitty? You got swag. He's ignoring me now. He knows I'm talking about him.
He's embarrassed.
Yeah. He does get embarrassed. I've never known a cat to get embarrassed before.
In the light.
He once managed to headbutt the wall. He saw a fly and he jumped off the table at it and he missed and he basically just slid down the wall. And I was laughing so hard he wouldn't come out from under the table.
My shadow flame
Just point blank refused to go near me because I was laughing.
I mean, I haven't seen any embarrassed cat, but I've known cats to be very, very happy, very loving, sulk quite heavily, and I once saw a cat look very, very sheepish, which is quite the feat.
I had my cat. He died a couple of years ago now, but Colin, he was a ginger cat as well, but he was really, really intelligent. Really intelligent. He knew how to communicate with us perfectly, and it was. I've never known a cat like it. But he had a serious problem with messing in the house. He wasn't paralysed, but he'd injured his back legs, and in winter it was a bit of a struggle for him to get outside because of the arthritis, and he wouldn't take a litter tray. So he'd mess in the bathroom upstairs, which we didn't mind because it was easy to clean. But then he'd like sleek around me mum, like belly to the floor, and we just know we didn't even have to go upstairs. He would put himself in the position of us knowing that he'd messed in the house. It was absolutely hilarious. Really, really clever, but he was his own worst enemy when it came to stuff like that. Poor boy. Oh, I missed him. He was really sweet. Just all you see is him slinking down the stairs and you're like, oh, I'll get the gloves.
Is someone injured?
That minion
Yeah, we've had like a sort of range of various cat characters like throughout my life. I remember when after my parents first divorced and our first cat Jenny was sort of like stolen by our neighbours technically.
Yeah.
I remember we went to the cat sanctuary like to rescue a cat, and I was quite adamant that I wanted a ginger cat because we never had a ginger cat before, and we were introduced to like sort of like young ginger cats, and there were a few kittens, but we wouldn't be able to take them for like another 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I remember just before we left, I saw like one cage we hadn't sort of had a look in. And right at the back of this cage was this old ginger tomcat called Max.
Oh,
And I remember looking at him and saying, "I want that one."
Yeah.
And I remember I remember the one at the shelter looking at me going, looking at me as if I was a bit daft, looking and saying, "Are you sure, dear? Because he's a very old cat." Because he was 12 or 13. He's like, he will die in a few years, don't you? I said, "Yeah, of course I know." I still want him.
It's not about that though. It's giving him the good life before that time, making the most of what they have.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to do. Like, I saw Max and I was like, this is our cat. This is the cat that I want. And I was just annoyed that she kind of spoke down to me as if I was.
I think she was probably
like
obviously
5 years old. And
I believe she had your feelings like at heart. She was like, I don't want you get in too attached, thinking you've got a good 10 years when he might not live that long. I get that. That's like what a parent does. But yeah, it's definitely more about the quality of life you give them after.
It wasn't a parent though. It was like the shelter staff. She
Was it?
Yeah, she kind of talking to me as if I was 5 years old, and I was like, I mean, I know I don't look it, but at this point I was maybe like 11, and like I completely understand the concept of the fact that a cat lives maybe 15, 16 years. Like, in 2 years he's not going to be with us, but he's a gorgeous cat.
Yeah, it's like, I want him, don't care, I want him.
Yeah, I want him, don't care. And true, this is the truth here. Ginger and white cat, and he had like a sort of like a white chin and like white belly and everything, and like one little white paw. And he's the only cat I've ever known that had what I can only describe as being a marking that was like a droopy white fur that went down from one eye down to his chin.
Oh, right.
That's the only way I can describe it. Because it wasn't like a sort of, it wasn't a line, it wasn't like a sort of curve or anything. It didn't fade in or out. It was just like a dribble of white fur.
My mum's
went
cat
down from
has
one eye down to his chin.
He's all black except for a white moustache. I keep meaning to put a top hat on and take a picture. You met Gary, didn't you? Moustache cat. And he does sit there like he owns the place. It's brilliant. No, the best one is I had a friend's cat. She was a rescue cat as well, actually. She was all black apart from a heart on her back. That was really pretty to see.
And yeah, we also adopted a few other cats, and at one point we adopted this little ginger and white girl who we called Angel.
Yeah.
Who was anything but, and I remember one morning I woke up at maybe 5:30 in the morning, and while I was trying to get back to sleep, Max at this point sort of slept on the second to top stair in the landing, and I remember suddenly hearing this thud. And what happened? I just remember hearing it and thinking, what on earth is going on? I remember looking outside. What happened? Angel had decided to sort of pounce on Max's back, and Max hadn't quite expected it, and they'd both fallen down to the next stair together. Well, we had to take her back eventually because she was bullying Max and our other cats. But...
Yeah, that can happen with some of them if they're not used to being around other animals. I'm so close.
And what other cats do we had? We had another sort of ginger and white Tom, who was very, very thin and very, very sort of, well, it wasn't a long-haired cat, but he was very, very fluffy.
Oh, bless.
Because he was so sort of because he was so sort of thin and sort of lean and everything. He was also very, very fast. His name was Odie, but we tend to refer to him as Ginger Lightning because when he was in the mood, and you wanted to pick him up, and he did, when he was in the mood, and you wanted to pick him up, and he didn't want that, he would literally sort of shoot across the room and start bouncing off everything in the room, and you wouldn't quite know where to look next because you just see this ginger and white streak just sort of blurring past your vision.
Oh, bless.
Strangest thing, I've never quite seen a cat bounce off so many pieces of furniture so fast. And up until recently, we had a little grey female cat whose full name was Indigo, but we all called her Indy. We didn't
thank
name
you,
her.
Crimson Jade. He's saying keep it up, but I'm so close, but that's not going to happen. Ah! Alright, Si. I will retire here, and you can take over with City Skylines, is it?
Yeah, I've got cities pulled up.
Cool. Alright, well,
But
thank
yeah,
you to everyone that joined me on stream. I've been ScarletDragon. I will return to finish this off. I might have to do a bit in my own time and yeah, do some battles. But I'll definitely return. So yeah, stay tuned. Give it 2 minutes and Cyborg will be up. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. Bye.